Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Greene, and I am back from holiday.
Hey! TL, gosh, it's been so long.
TLMTG.
TLMTG. Couldn't get the right word, couldn't get the letters in the right way there.
It's been so long.
It's been so long I've said it there. Almost called him Katie at the start. So this is both my patients today, guys, and this first one here we can see we've got super sticky wax. This one, I've got a really interesting case for you, the second patient, so make sure you stay tuned for that one as well, guys. It was quite a difficult one to do, but it came away much easier than I thought it was going to, I've got to be honest. And then we've got this really kind of sticky layer at the bottom here.
I was going to say that first bit came away a bit too easy.
Yeah, it kind of lulls you into. I always do this. Oh, that didn't look too bad. You jinx yourself from the start. Looking lovely, really healthy looking eardrum there, really shiny. Textbook eardrum, textbook. And you can see, oh, we've got a piece now that's going much further in. Oh, what did you think of our glasses arm that broke off in somebody's ear?
Oh yeah,
you watched that just before you came in.
I just watched it now before I came in, and yeah, that's an interesting.
That's the first one I've ever done. Yeah, first one.
I was like, that can't be wax, because I didn't obviously know what it was when you were taking it out. I thought, oh, that's not wax.
Yeah,
that's too straight for it to be wax.
So it was resting right against the corner. Yeah, it was a difficult one to get out. That was.
And you said I've been in there for 12 months.
12 months, but it hadn't really caused him any difficulties for the last 12 months. If you haven't seen the video we're talking about, guys, go back. It was on Monday. It was on Monday's video. Go back and have a little look at it. It was a really interesting case, that one. Looking lovely and healthy on that side as well. So we have 1 inch and 1/8.
Just over 2.5 centimeters.
There you go. Well, look at that.
That's the zoom in.
That's the zoom in. Zoomies. Right, this patient. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of a backstory to this one. This was a lovely gent that came through to one of our clinics, and he's had lots and lots of surgeries on his ear. My goodness, he was super nervous, understandably so, and he did make me promise that I'm not going to go too deep inside his ear canal. He really did not want me going anywhere near his eardrum or deep in the canal at all. And you've got to respect that patient's wishes. I said, look, I will clear as much as I can. I said, I don't know how far the wax goes. If it's right down the drum, we'll chat about it and see where we go with it from there. But really lovely guy, but just super duper nervous, bless him.
Yeah, it's difficult because again, you've got to keep the comfort and the safety in mind. But then again, if there's wax covering the eardrum and it is causing problems, then the only option really is drops. Aside from that.
Exactly. And I started to move this initial piece here, and I could see this was really hard and really solid. I've switched up to a manual tool, so I had explained to the patient, this is what we're going to be doing, showed him the tool we're going to use, roughly how far in the canal we were going to go. So he was happy. I think a lot of it is about the patient understanding the procedure and what you're doing, making sure that they are happy with what you're kind of be doing inside the ear canal. But this was like rock. It was absolutely solid.
Cool.
It was like a lump of really old coal. You can see a lot of scarring there on the drum. There's quite a few different bits and pieces that have gone in this particular ear canal. So lots of issues with grommets. I think we did a tympanoplasty at one point, which is a repair to the eardrum. And repeated operations when he was younger. Luckily, that one came away really well. Now, I did have my doubts about this one because it looks a little bit softer, and I was kind of keeping everything crossed that the back end of this plug was not down on the eardrum at all.
Yeah, it's pretty full, isn't it? Was this the only side patient had noticeable problems with, or was it the both of you?
Both, both sides. Hearing-wise, before he came along, he knew there was something in the other ear, because the GP had taken a look and said, look, you are pretty chock-a-block in both sides. But with this one, we've got that, that thick sort of surface dead skin layer that's just sitting there, and it just causes problems, especially with this stickier. We say about this kind of sugar butter mix, where you kind of where you cream in sugar and butter together. It's that kind of almost granulated paste, and that's what it looks like on here. Yeah, trying to spoil as many foodstuffs as I possibly can again now. Yeah.
I won't spoil it for me. I got a pretty strong stomach.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Do you remember sandwich paste? Did you have your sandwich paste when you were a kid?
Sandwich paste? No.
No.
Should be. They probably discontinued it.
It's probably like a post-war thing, it's better. But it was, you could get, it used to be a glass jar with a metal lid. I can't remember what it was called, the sandwich paste. Princess. There you go. So it was Princess. That had this kind of consistency to it. You used to spread it in sandwiches. You know, like fish, like salmon paste.
Like a patty or something.
But it was much thinner. It was weird. Yeah, it was strange old stuff. That's the consistency. That's the consistency of this.
Tell you what I used to like. I used to really like, actually. It was stewed steak in a tin.
Yeah. That's you know, if I want to really flip. I
used to dip the bread in it as
well.
Butter.
So there was, if you ever want to flip Mrs. B's stomach, right? You've got to talk. She's sitting just off camera because she's working. You've got to talk about what we're talking about, Boris. What is it? Goblin burgers.
Just put on.
It was beef burgers in a tin.
No, that's where I draw the line with burgers.
No. I never ate them, by the way.
You never had them? I did when I was a kid. Yeah. It's probably a British thing. I don't know, but yeah, they come in like a tin with like gravy and stuff.
Preserved burgers.
They were really weird. 'Cause you can't explain the consistency of them. They were really, really strange.
Your dad needs to take a long hard look at
Yeah, we're going to blame Mr. B Senior for that one. Yeah, it's my dad's fault. I remember those when I was a kid. Yeah, so anyway, I got slightly off track. But what we've got now is this very, very deep, this deep piece of wax. And I'm thinking, oh no, I was explaining to the patient, look, this is deep. I can't see whether it's on the drum because I can't see any gaps around it. So I'm just going to put some olive oil and loosen this a little bit more. It's quite hard. I'm almost expecting, you know, when the ear canals sort of go up and then you've got that quite severe drop and they just hooked over the end.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going on here, but I'm not so sure. We had to really work this last piece. Yeah.
Tricky one.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Again, it's always really difficult when the patients are nervous. As in, you know, I've had it to the point with a particular patient, it was a long time ago, sitting in the chair, like profusely sweating, shaking to the point where, you know, I didn't even barely go into the ear. They just asked me to stop the procedure. And it's, you know, some people are unfortunately really nervous about having it done. But it's, you know, that's the good thing about these videos, really, so you can see how it's done and how, you know, just how.
Well, that's how this particular patient found us. And you know, you were saying I can see, you know, by how we explain things that A, we know what we're talking about, and B, that, you know, we always have that kind of patient-centered approach. You need to be really kind of looking after your patient. And I think that resonated with him. And he was thinking, well, you know, I know they're not going to do anything that they don't need to with me. But yeah, so that's right. I mean, that's why these videos are quite a powerful tool, really. So it's coming away much nicer. I've broken it down there with that right hook just to loosen it a little bit because it was so solid. It just did not want to come around this bend. Yeah, sometimes I'll talk about something not wax related. You know, if the patient's talking to me about something, when they come in, we're chatting, I'll go off and I'll ask them, what do you do for a living? What do you know? And it's just a way of taking them out of what they're doing at the moment, getting them to think about something else.
Build a bit of a rapport and then they trust you more then.
So definitely.
Put them at ease.
Yeah, most definitely.
A lot of the time.
Yeah. Unless they're fans of the video, in which case that's all they want to talk about is wax removal when they come in. And I've had that a few times. We've had a few people have come in from social media recently. I think a lot of the time they don't have any wax, bless them. They're really disappointed. I did have somebody who did have some pretty epic wax. I think their video's already gone out, but they came through and they found us on social media. They were following us on social media. But this is coming. Yeah, just need the last little bit. Now, what you will see now when we do this is I've cleared the canal and we've got these. You can see that.
It's a solid bit of like shell.
It is.
Those bits are dry.
You got it.
Yeah, they're a nightmare to remove as well. I normally just get the hook on them. I do just the
forbidden cornflake.
Yeah, it is.
And what you'll see now when I just clear this next bit is that we've got 3 tiny little dots left, but unfortunately they're around the eardrums. We've got one that's at the very top right, one at the very top left. I think there's one down at the bottom as well. And I explained that to the patient, said that you have got these 3 tiny little bits, but they are on the drum. You know, I wouldn't entertain the idea of going in there without getting that patient's permission. And they were like, look, is it going to help? Is it going to affect my hearing? I can hear much better. And I was like, well, no, you know, you should be able to carry on hearing well. But, you know, you could use just a little bit of olive oil in there just to soften them a bit. And they should just come away from the skin and come out naturally. And he was like, that's what I prefer to do. So that's absolutely fine.
That's fair enough.
Just coming away. There you go. Oh, it's nearly there. You can see it's that kind of stringy. I'm trying out. There you go. So what you'll see is you've got those 3 pieces there at the top. So what I recommend the patient do is just use a little bit of olive oil, soften that up, and it'll come away. And so 1.25 inches.
Yeah, I've got 3 centimeters.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching our video again today, and also subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. You can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe. But if you really like the videos, you can also consider becoming members of the channel. That way then you get to see even more videos every single week. TLMTG will be back next week again now, because we're not together again until next Wednesday. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll have some more videos for you for next week as well. And then we shall see you then. Right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.